Love it. Because the more you hate it, the more it's going to stay around. I'm dead serious.
Debbie's theory.
I'm totally serious.
I think that's true.
It's so true with every weakness. We have to acknowledge this is a weakness. I appreciate what it's teaching me. I love that I can do all that I can do. I'm going to focus on all the great things. I'm going to notice and still work on getting stronger. But rather than complain about it, rather than...
How about excuses? A whole bunch of kids.
Yes, you have a lot of excuses. It doesn't mean we don't need to be stronger, okay? We've gone through menopause, every one of us, except for, well, they even do. They even do, it's just different. It's a different way.
I'm through the menopause.
But we're not totally, because there is a little bit, there is some belly. Well, hello.
I have COVID.
You did? You're moving so well today.
Yes.
Okay, fix your blanket, okay? Fold it a little bit better so that when you sit, there you go. Well, I'm glad. How do you feel? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Your energy?
What about my voice sounding?
Kind of funny, yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I probably would be.
It takes a minute. So I'm just really serious about this, because I spent my entire youth and early adulthood. Okay, I had this beautiful body, and because when I danced, they wanted me right.
Dan.
Come over here.
Oh my gosh, good for
Because of my here mentality, because I focused so long on that. Look, that door open for you. How are you? Close it tight. You gotta let it, yeah. You just can't sneak in. You just can't.
Come over here, Gilbert. Gina's here.
Let's fix your book. So I'm just really dead serious. Because I remember thinking, because I was so strong and big here, I remember thinking, I just want to be proportioned, because this was bigger than all of this, right? And then all of a sudden, menopause happened and this got bigger, and I'm like, no, whoa, wait a minute, that's not what I meant. I meant this gets smaller, right, in my brain. And all of a sudden, I don't even remember if there was all of a sudden, but I started to recognize how negative I was about this gift. This is my gift. It came with a space between my teeth that I've always hated and wanted to have braces, but the dentist is like, I know, the wife of Bath. When we read Chaucer in high school, I'm like, everybody's like, Debbie's teeth. Because I've got the space between my teeth. It means I have a really good sex life. That's what it means. When you read Chaucer, that was just kind of, there were just some things in the world then, that if this was meant this and this meant, anyway. So guys, you gotta love where we're at right now. As I started to do that, my body started to shift, and I'm like, oh, this is evening out, you know, and anyway.
Yeah, you're 3/4 of the reason we all come.
Oh, 3/4 of the reason.
There is stories.
Well, yes, I have lots of stories. Anyway, anything particular? We're getting some ab work today. What else do we want? How's Tina? Good.
I thought maybe Joe.
We want maybe hips. Yes, okay. We always need hips. You guys, so much of our emotion is stored here. So much of it. We experience our life, the good, the bad, the ugly, the great, with this body, okay? We have to let ourselves feel this and be with this. We can't heal if we hold on to, whoa, I can hear that
I'm
one.
so sorry.
No, it's okay. Are you kidding? It's life.
You know, Debbie, sister who spoke to me on Lord Sunday, she's the pastor, said to those phrase that I just love. She says we have to learn to let some things go so that others can grow. Isn't that?
We have to let, I'm gonna put that in the show notes. We have to let some things go so that others can grow. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, letting go of what our view of what a perfect body is. Because guess what? You have a perfect body for you. We have a perfect body. Okay? Age is not for the faint of heart. All of us in this room are over 60. Yesterday I taught a class, and I'm like, so how many in your 20s? 2 hands. 30s, most hands. 2 of us, and I said, have you hit 60 yet? She's like, I turned 59 this year. And I'm like, every one of us, the body will age. There are going to be parts of it that hurt, parts of it that wear out. Some of the wear out will be because of our activity and abuse. Some of it will be because we're older. So while we're doing this, everybody in the class is doing it but me, right? This is a great time when my kids call them Debbieisms. They're lectures and Debbieisms. So move. Yeah. Maybe this is the only time this week that you'll take the time to roll out the feet. I hope not. But in all honesty, because I've been digging in my yard again, more sprinkler fun.
Oh,
It's okay, because do you know what? We found the problem.
good.
We found the overall problem. I've got a guy that's coming, although he did tell me, he's like, you'll have to pay me $600 to dig this hole, or you can dig it. And I'm looking at him like, I don't want to dig it, but I know I can. So I'm digging a hole.
Oh,
And it's okay. It's just got to be a big hole, a deep hole.
don't let it cave in on you.
No. So I was just on my drive-in this morning thinking of when my son moved into his house and they started to have this leak in the basement. And it was the sprinkler line that was running outside the window, and they had to dig this massive hole and to get that fixed. And they realized that they'd run the sprinkler line right against the foundation, which you never should do. Never. So that, there were just some, and I went down and helped, and anyway. So find your feet, I can tell that some of you are finding some places that are just a little tender. Okay, celebrate that. Okay, celebrate. So in this idea of you've got to let go because then you can grow, let go of the image of you 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Yeah, we gotta let go of it. I'm not talking just you. We have got a tennis player that wants to play so badly still, loves, and can't. We've got a knee that's getting a lot better because why? Why is it getting better?
Yes.
I know, why? What changed? He started working it. He started moving it. He started to not just, I've had a knee surgery, right? To, I've got to work. Okay, it's the same thing Gilbert's got with his pacemaker, right? I've got to make this shift. Okay, we've had some knee surgeries. Okay, we've got a hip that is painful. the new thing it's doing now is I can do almost anything. I haven't needed ibuprofen for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. But when I lie down at night, it just aches. And I'm like shifting and going, what the? Okay. So there's something there.
I kind of don't let it sleep all the time.
Yeah. Well, I've got, I don't know if you've, a Beamer bed is electromagnetic pulse. I've got one of those, and I just wrapped myself, I looked like a taco last night. I just wrapped myself in it and just kept moving around, and after, 7 or 8 cycles, I could feel it start to ease. So, okay, we could hate that and we could live our life complaining, okay? Or we let it go because something else is happening. I hate to tell you this, but God's not through with you yet.
Oh, yes. I don't know what age you
I don't know. I can't wait to sit down and have a discussion with him about aging. Tell me what it is. Help me understand. I've got this free time now, no kids, nothing, and I can't because I hurt. So there's got to be a really good reason for that.
She means you're not going to be reduced yet. It means humility.
I think there's some there. It's totally. Okay. So, have you done both feet?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 guys.
3 times? Debbie, you talked a long time today. I'll probably cut a lot of this out. Maybe not. There's some good stuff.
So good stuff.
There's some good stuff.
Yes.
Go ahead and put your balls away. That sounded funny. Put your racket balls on the back of your chair.
None of us were
Yeah.
complaining about.
Yeah. Go ahead and come all the way up onto your tippy toes. Pull the heel forward. Try to stretch through the top of the foot, okay? Then I would like you to just take one toe, turn it under. Oh yeah, you've done this. If you get a Charlie horse in your arch, come back out, just stretch and move, wiggle, it'll go away in a minute. Be gentle. So what happens is our body does this 2 reasons. One is hydration, okay? I hope you're drinking tons, 80 plus, 100 plus, 120 plus ounces. Flush your system. Yes, you have to go to the bathroom more, okay? Second thing is when we haven't used the muscle, okay? It will do that, okay? There's some other things going on, but those are kind of the 2 main things I look at. It's like, oh, that you haven't done that. Or you've overly active used something, okay? So we're just really stretching. Yes, the arch of the foot is contracted, but the stretch is in the top across. So try to reach forward. You've got yourself on a mat, so it should not be too painful on your toes. Go ahead and release. Just lift, working the quad for a moment, lift, and just rotate through. Let this start to work. Okay, in fact, just touch it and feel the muscle contracting. And then go ahead and we're just gonna swing it in and out. This foot is still high, we're up on the toes. If you get an arch, if you get a cramp, you're coming out, you're coming back in, okay? I'm still losing hair like crazy. So out and in, out and in. Ooh, feel that sensation, kind of love on that. And then plant it. Stretch the heel forward, slight bend in that knee, and let it release. Can you believe it was just kind of cramping? It was just starting to burn. The minute we release, that burn is gone. Okay? Go ahead and take it out to the side. This foot can come down. We'll come to this foot in a minute. Come up on the toes again. Okay? This is for inner thigh, inner hip. Okay? Push. Yeah. See if you can come a little higher or a little further out with your toes. There you go, but a little wider. It's like I'm falling off my chair, okay? feel, I would like you to just like someone is pulling your leg that way. Just pull, just gently find that. We're taking this bone, we're using the muscle to pull it out of the hip and all this intricate muscle tendon stuff that's going on in that hip, okay? You might feel it on the outside edge. One of the things is so we lose, especially if we're not down on the floor doing some stuff with this, we lose the outside muscle. There's a tiny little, we call it the IT band. You've heard that. The muscle is maybe about 4 inches, right? And then there's tendon, and it goes all the way down and attaches, okay? And then release, go ahead and just wiggle side to side, and then walk that foot in and pause. Now, I don't know about you, but my toes feel a little tingly. My whole thigh feels a little tingly and warm. I can feel a difference between this leg and this leg. Go ahead and come back up on your toes. Okay? And then other foot. No, other foot. I know it's limited. It's limited. But it's not as limited as it used to be. Yeah. Pull. So feel, yeah, you get an arch, you get a that. You're going for a stretch on the top of the foot. That ankle loves being able to do that. Perfect. I'm not saying that you have to be like everybody else. You don't have to have that much range of motion. This is something our ankles need. Close your eyes and just take a breath. Because sometimes we're like, okay, done that. Okay, done that. Moved on. No, pause. Let yourself pause. And go ahead and come back out. Woo, baby. Roll through that ankle, both directions. Finding this quad starting to work. Sit up tall, even while that quad is starting to burn, okay? And then take it out to the side. Woo, and in, and out, and in. This is hip. Yeah. She's like, it's burning, but it's burning. So these muscles are what help us walk. They help us be able to lift our legs, right? Couple more. I know. Come in and out, and then take it out. Up on the toe, this foot comes down. Just find a pull. So this is one of the best things you can do for your hips. In bed, in the mornings, and at night. I lay on my belly. This leg's out to the side like this. I do both of them. And I just find that action.
Lay on your belly.
I'm on my belly. It looks like this. And I just find that same reach that you're just trying to find. I'm just trying to reach that femur bone away, right? And then I do the other side. So pull it. Let that shin reach. I just realized I didn't check my sound. Yeah, it's down. Let yourself realize. Nope, I want to go up. Sorry, guys. I think they turned the heat on in here. They get it really cold with the class that's ahead of us.
Are you trying to make it warmer? Or
No,
colder?
no, I don't. We don't need it anymore. Okay. So, yeah, you guys have been doing that for a while, haven't you? Go ahead and release. Let yourself move it side to side. Yeah, and then bring it back. There comes the air. Pause. Close your eyes. Breathe. I want you to think of 3 things you love about your body right now. I did this in class. It's been a while since I've done this. And I had ladies, I love my smile. I'm like, okay, let's move down. Think of your hips and your feet. What do you love about them? And it's not that your toenails are pretty, but that can be something that in addition to. the functionality, okay? When we work, we are gonna work our quads today and our hamstrings and get them stronger. You know, I've talked to you about that shuffle that a lot of old people do, where they can't lift their legs, they are shuffling. These muscles need to work so that we can pick up and walk, okay? As we age, sometimes our falls come because we are shufflers and our toes hit the floor. We want to be able to pick them up and move with ease. That takes muscle. Go ahead and, with your eyes closed, start cat-cow your spine. Opening and closing. Move with your breath. It does not matter. The inhale normally is here because we're lengthening, and the exhale is here, but try to reverse that. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale, pull back. It's a little different. Exhale. Okay, there's no real right and wrong here, not when moving. There are some things that we want to be careful of. Yes, there's some principles that don't change, regardless of who we are or what body we have. Find that in and out. Now go back to, can you feel how you shift back? Go back to the inhale is here, the exhale is here. Beautifully done. Okay, you all have a block. Let's grab it. Put it between your thighs, not to the knees. Get it above the knees, and it's going up high. We've done this before. You're gonna put your hands on the block, push down, okay, but don't let the block really move. So you're squeezing it firmly, okay? As you squeeze that block firmly, notice how your belly starts to engage. Pull your belly in. Breathing still. I'd like you to think, we've talked about this analogy, that this is tightening and that my breath is coming almost like a peasant girl has a corset and then they have all the little ruffly stuff up on top, okay? I know, Larry's all into the ruffles. Push that down, squeeze it in. Notice how just doing that, our low belly goes, I want to tighten. Don't hold your breath. You're still breathing. And go ahead and release. Now, I want you to think about the amazingness of that. We just pushed down on a block, squeezing our legs in, and my ab started to engage on its own. That is the beauty of this body. It is interconnected. It is all encompassing. We don't get to just have a shoulder that hurts, a knee that hurts, hips that hurt, back. We could go on with the aches and pains. And so when our brain is criticizing this, it's not just criticizing my hip hurts. It's criticizing everything about us. And it is negative. And it's a negative energy that we give out. So I want you to just start shifting that, okay? To, oh my gosh, it works so well. Come up a little higher. Squeeze the block, push. I want you to push a little harder this time, but you're still squeezing. You'll feel your thighs kind of do this rotation, okay? When you're squeezing, pulling the low belly, feeling it hug in. Notice that as the low belly hugs in, the low back actually stretches a little bit. Really find that. When we use our legs, our backs are healthier, period. And go ahead and release. Come in and out. Find a little movement. That is some work going on. Go ahead and start rolling. Trying to get rib cage, but it might be shoulders too. Just finding range of motion. We'll probably do about 5 one direction and then shift the other direction. Breathing. Never holding our breath unless we're specifically doing some breathing exercises. Okay, beautifully done. Bring the block back. I'm gonna have you move it up just a little higher on your legs. Try to put all the foot flat. So some of you might have to work your way up to the edge of the chair, right? It's up high. Go ahead and squeeze the legs in, pull up. Can you feel how the thighs lift? They kind of move out. That's what our hips do. It's this internal and external rotation, okay? This, go ahead and just lift, squeezing it, lift. Can you feel your glutes engage? Isn't that amazing? This body is so incredible. And then you push down, and the front part of the glutes, which is the belly, engages. Go ahead and lift it up. Tighten the glute. Yeah, you can tighten it even more, and then push it down, and fine. Pulling it up. Go ahead, and we're just going to push down. Push down, pull the belly back. Now even pull it more than what it is pulling. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. The more we use this pull-back muscle throughout the day, the flatter and stronger our abs will be. Now, I cannot promise you that you're not going to have a menopause belly. Christy doesn't. But she's the only one here that gets that card, okay? Breathe. So pushing down, pulling back. So, question. We know that abs are the only muscle group in the body, other than the heart and the lungs, the breathing apparatus, right, and the pumping, that can work every day. When you do any kind of other muscle work, I hope you're still breathing, because if you're not, you're going to turn red in your face.
I'm running out.
Go ahead and release. Okay. So you can always tell when someone's holding their breath. Two things happen. You feel this, you see this, and then the face starts to go red.
The eyes are bigger.
The eyes get bigger. So you're doing all of that work, and then this is still pumping, okay? So back to our abs can work every day. If you're doing weightlifting, you do shoulders, arms, and then the next day you'll do legs. And then the next day you can go to back, and the next day you can do legs or arms again. You take a break because of the weightlifting type of muscle. Not so in our abs. Our abs we can do every day. So I want you to just think, be creative, okay? Let yourself open up to the minute you say, it's ugly, it doesn't work, I hate it. It closes our mind to any new ideas that could possibly help us, okay? So, come back, close your eyes, push down, feel the low belly, pull it back, breathing. What can you do in a day that doesn't have a block where you could actually tighten those abs? Could you do it while you're walking? Could you do it while you're driving? Could you do it in some of your other work? Still breathing. And release. Did ideas come? Places of maybe? Okay, I hope so, because they will. All right, let's go back. Back to hips. Out we come. Up on the block. We've been doing this recently. It's one of the best things that we can do for our hips, okay? It's just a fabulous thing. Go ahead and push into the block, and you're gonna lift the heel. It's gonna put a little bit of extra strain in that hip. You might get a Charlie horse. If you get a Charlie horse, come out, come down, wiggle, but come back, okay? You might get 2 or 3 Charlie horses before. I want your block, Larry, forward one, okay? I know, you've got short legs. I understand the short legs. I get the short legs. Come up high. I don't have long legs. I got a long body. I know! So find it up. Yeah, it's the same thing. Come as high as you can. Reach. Yeah. Is that okay? Okay. Try to reach. You're just going wide with it. Okay, now go ahead and release. wiggle side to side. You're gonna kick the block a little bit high, further forward, higher, so that you can bring your foot here and come up, okay? Yeah. Keep out of the Charlie horse. Move in and out of it. And this time you're gonna reach it down, the heels coming down, the toes, try to lift them, try to stretch them forward, okay? Yeah, and then I want you to feel as if there's sticky fly paper here on the outside of your leg and it's pulling your knee wide. Is that okay? Okay, good. Push down on the heel. Continue to breathe. Push down on the heel. Continue to breathe. You're doing great. You're doing great. And then lift it up. Reach the shin forward. Take it down. Push the heel down. Feel the difference in your hip. Lift it up. Push the shin. It's going straight the same direction as the knee. Push it down. Wide. And release. Tuck your tailbone to pull that in. Okay. Move it in and out. Go ahead and make some circles. Great big ones. Okay, we go one direction, we gotta go the other direction. Big circles. Try to do it. You're doing a great job of it. Okay, just, we don't want to kind of try to hold the body still. Yeah. And release. Stretch it out. Woo-hoo! We got some work going on. Yeah. And release. Okay. Beautifully done. You know that in a seat, it's harder to get the legs strong. Okay. It's much easier to get the legs strong. Walking, climbing stairs, you know, working the muscles here, staying in a lunge. Okay. We're going to actually do a few chair lunges today. Go ahead. Take your block to the other side. Okay. Yeah. Tip it. Turn it a little sideways, right? Okay. Whole foot is on it. Then lift the toe. I just have to tell you, this one gets into the hip better than most that I know of. Oh. Yeah. Part of that is coming, okay, because it's up in here that you're feeling it. That's that low ab from pushing down. They go all the way down in that. Just gently start to lift the heel a little. No, I'm not. Yeah. Come in and out. Come in and out. Move your block a little more forward. When we're tight like this, it's more intense. So kick that block even more forward. Yeah. And then come up to the toes.
And you come up to the toes?
Yeah. Ooh, breathe. There it goes again. Okay. How much water have you had this morning? Come in and out.
You're having fun with me.
Go. You come in and out. You wiggle in. We've all done it. We've all had a cramp. We know what that feels like. Okay. We're doing some work not only in the hips, right? The hips are associated with the pelvic area. The pelvic area is with our abs. You know, the legs. Yeah, it's just all. We don't get to just have some. Okay. Now, go ahead. Come down. Come out. Stretch it out. Move it in and out. Feel how quick the body will release it. Okay. Then come back in. Move it a little further forward. Put the foot here. And drop the heel. Reach the toes. Really try to stretch them. Just like we do with our hands here. Try to stretch. And then find the fly paper. Pulling the knee wide while you're pushing down. There's sensation in that. Breathe. Yeah, and then come out, step it down, give yourself a break. Okay, here we go. We're going to circle it. We'll do that up and down in just a minute. Yeah, so you're going for range of motion. Go ahead and come the other way. Stopping if you need to, and coming back in when you're ready. That's a lot of work on those hips. And we're isolating. So we're really making, and pause. Okay, I want you to do one more over here that we did on the other side. Lift, feel the reach, pull down, feel the breath. Reach up, down, out. Reach up, the knee goes straight forward. As the heel goes down, I try to widen the knee. You're not gonna get much room. Inhale up, widen, go that way, and then release. So, this is some of the work that I've got my mom doing. She has had a hip replacement. Okay, some of you in here know about replacement stuff. Okay, it's not easy. But pause now that you're done. Close your eyes. Again, go down to your legs. Can you believe you just did that? For some of us, it was much more painful than others. But we did that. Can you just say and offer this little thank you to God, to a higher power, to the universe, that, oh my gosh, thank you that I could do that. And that now I feel some heat generated stuff going on in there. Beautifully done. I'll blink open the eyes. I really strongly believe that this is important. Let's do some twisting. Let's get our spine moving, okay? You know what? I was working on this earlier. I think I want to do it. Go ahead and stand up. Come behind your chair. I think we're gonna do our twist here. So watch me for a minute so you know where we're going, okay? Probably be easier to see if I don't have top on. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna do our normal, right, our stretch back, but we're gonna do our twists here. Okay, we haven't done this before. It's one of my favorite things to do. Keep your block handy, because you might need it, okay? Step back. So our chairs, if you're on a flat, hard surface, put them on something, a mat, so that they don't slide. That's what we're looking for, okay? You're gonna slightly bend the knees, and you're going for that long back. I'm looking at the floor between my legs, right? I'm reaching back with my sit bones. I'm reaching forward with the top of my head. Now, I'd like you to just squeeze your buttocks muscle a little bit. Not enough to tuck you, but enough that you just feel it hugging. It's like a hug, a bone hug, right? Okay. Take your block. It's going to come here. Okay. You might need it up high. And if you need it, the really big one, we'll get a really big one. Okay. I'd like you to take the block in front of your right foot. Okay? Then I want you to try to put your left fingers on it. Yeah. Still reaching back with your sit bones. Yeah. Still hugging in with the glute. Start, you've got your right hand on the chair, bend the right elbow, lift it up, and twist over your right leg. Oh, yeah. And then slowly come out, put both hands on the chair, come up, walk it in, shake it out. Yes?
Do you make these up all the time, then?
Huh?
Do you make these up?
Are you kidding me? I get paid to play with them. I get paid to go, how can he make this? Did you feel that revolve in the spine? When's the last time? I mean, we do these. This is different because we're using this and these to help. Guess what? Do the same side. Go come back into the same way. Bend your knees, reach it back, sit bones go back, crown of the head goes forward. Tighten the glutes. So when I tighten my glutes, my toes lengthen even, right? Push into your feet. Left hand is coming to the top of that right block. Right elbow bends. I'm still holding on to my chair. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. Roll it around. That spine needs to revolve. We don't do this enough as we age. And release, come in, tuck and move, walk it in. Yeah, okay. Does that hurt anybody's low back? No.
I like it.
It's great. It's great work. Very well done. Okay, guess what? We're on the second side. In front of the left foot. Stretch it back. Reach the sit bones back. Reach the crown of the head forward. Tighten the glutes, just a little. So I think of, go ahead and come up for just a minute. Do you remember, well, I don't know if we've done that. Go ahead and just kind of try to moon somebody behind you. That is you bend those knees and you just stick your rear end. You're mooning. We know what that feels like. Can you feel how your belly kind of sags?
Yes.
Okay, so pull the belly in. Okay, the belly in could do this and tuck us under, but we don't want it to. We want to pull the belly in and then we want to just tighten the buttocks muscle. Just tighten it. It's not moving the body, but it's just kind of squeezing, okay? That's what we want. Right hand is coming to that block. Left hand bends.
See, I just messed up.
No, you didn't mess up. But I'm gonna give you this. This would be easier without socks. Just saying, you won't slip as much, okay? Stretch it back. I know, you guys are already there. Take a twist, try the bigger block. It's other hand there. Take your right hand to the block. Yes, twist open to the side. If you've already been here, come out, we kind of got, yeah, and then release, tuck your tailbone, walk it in. Is there a way you can do this at home? Because this every day gives us this. As we age, how much do we do that is this kind of movement? All of our movement is this, forward and back, walking, going someplace. This action is what we lose. We've got one more to go. Breathe, stretch it back, bend those knees, reach the sit bones, lengthen the head, hold the belly up, tighten the glutes. Take your right hand to that block. Yeah. Reach. Try to push in. Bend the left elbow. Try to look underneath your arm, finding the stretch. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Sit bones reach back, crown of the head forward. Inhale. Tuck the tailbone. Walk it in. Okay, that's all we're going to do, that twist. But I want you to notice, okay? You might feel it in your backs. You might feel it in your hips, okay? And then remember this one? Just shake. Just shake. I still remember Joan giggling with this one and just loving it because everything was wiggling, and it does. And we don't like that. It feels out of control. It feels flabby, right? Just wiggling, bend those knees, everything right. It does change your voice. And then pause. Can you feel that? That is one of the best releasers of tension for low backs that you can find. You've got to just wait. You can start and then you just let everything go. And you just, hey, you feel inner thighs and arms and stuff is jiggly. And then you pause. And you feel that. Beautifully done. Really beautifully done. Come back to your chairs. Let's do some of our regular sun salutations. Come to the edge of your chair. Okay, sitting up tall. Just wiggle and move for a moment, finding all of that, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, hands on thighs. Exhale, round. Push back, let your feet push down and forward, let your hands push into your thighs, round through the spine. Inhale, come all the way up, exhale, just let it go. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, another audible HA. 3 more, here we go, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, audible exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Take one hand across and reach the shoulder back. Oh, that should feel good after that. This is like the easy twist, right?
Yes.
Breathe. Bend both elbows. See if you can, instead of using your shoulders to come around, can you use the belly? Can you feel this right rib cage? That's the way we're going right now. Pull the right rib cage back towards the chair. Is there movement there? And then release and come back to center and just wiggle. Okay, beautifully done. Other side, take it around, right. The shoulders do initially, they help hold us here. No question, the hands do. But then try to see, is there any way that I can get movement here? Take a deep breath and release. Go ahead and, oh, hang on. I'm gonna grab your blocks for you. They're behind you. Blocks, in between the legs. Blocks. Okay, this is very beneficial to do the twist with the blocks because it reminds us how to engage our legs. So come up, just the same thing we did, push down on the block, squeeze the thigh, then you're just gonna hold the block there. Your belly is already tightened. Come back over to the first side. Here we go. Get the shoulder, remember that shoulder comes up and around. We have not done a ton of different body parts works today. We've really done some core work. Inhale. Exhale, can the rib cage move while I'm squeezing my thighs and pulling my belly back? And then release. Wiggle. Okay. Yeah. This will change how you're able to move. It really will make a difference. Okay, lift it up, push it down, tighten the legs, pull the belly in. Hands here, shoulder comes back, and then try to pull the rib cage around. You're breathing. Find an inhale. On the exhale, maybe the rib cage can go a little bit more. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Holding on to the block, hold on to the chair. Come up over. Come all the way back. Come up and over. Now, just try something. We've done this before. Put the hand behind your head and reach with your elbow. Can you feel how that makes the reach bigger? This body is so amazing. The only reason it can do that is because there was a muscle that was connected from here to here. So that when we lift that way, the ribs move, come back. Try it on this side. Up, bend the hand, reach the elbow. Oh, celebrate that. Come back up. Go ahead and just roll through those shoulders. Oh, come back the other direction. Wiggle one and then the other. Go ahead. So it's almost like I'm swimming, right? But I'm just doing my shoulders. We want those shoulders. Remember that we've talked about our dowager hump? Dowager hump comes because we overwork here and we settle off here, okay? And it will get to the point where this is what I feel like I'm at, okay? Or we can sit up really tall and get those shoulder blades to just slide on and off the rib cage on that back, okay? That's what we want. Go ahead and squeeze them together. Let the arms come out to the side. Let the palms face up. Elbows hug in. Will you lift this block again? Pull it down, squeeze it. Feel the low belly, tighten the low belly, and come back. Elbows pull in, shoulders pull back. Lift through the chest. Go ahead and just, you don't need to be here, but just lift up. Close your eyes. Will you offer your body, your life? That's all we can do. We can come just doing the best we can. Our ribs are tightening, our low belly is tightening, and release. Roll through that again, wiggle, okay? Find any kind of movement that feels good. We'll come back into that one more time. Inhale, push down, tighten the legs, feel the low belly engage, okay? Hands come out. Low belly is tight, but I'm still breathing. Elbows pull in. Thumbs, let them go back a little bit towards the back of the room. Yeah, just working the shoulders. Go ahead and look over one. You're still holding the belly in. Look over the other. Go ahead and look over one. If you can get to the point where that belly can hug in all the time, while you're breathing, while you're moving, it just becomes habit and release. It's one of the things we learn is dancing. It's okay.
I can't get them in hard now.
That's all right. It's okay.
Driving me nuts.
Drives you nuts. But we love this body. We're so grateful that we can go this high. It's shift. It's a mental shift. And it's an exercise. Go ahead and use that. Beautifully done. I want you to come all the way forward. Get your belly as close as you can. And if you feel like, Debbie, I can't really go very close, put a block there and just come up and over it. We want to bend through our back and let our head just hang. Let your head, tuck your chin. Lose the block, Larry. I don't think you need it. There you go.
Too short.
You're too short. In fact, will you put the block underneath your legs, your feet? Go like this. Let's see if that makes a difference on that one. Now, try not to let the knees go wide. Just come right up and over. That better stretch on your back?
Oh, that's better.
Yeah. Should have thought of that a while ago, sorry. Tuck the chin. Let the head hang. Shake the head no. And then nod it yes. Breathe and see if you can get your back to expand. 60% of our breath is actually, the room to breathe is in our backs. I didn't even know about back breathing till yoga. Go ahead and plant hands on the thighs, come all the way up. Better stretch on that back?
That was way better.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
The brain is working.
I just need 4 more inches. But
I know, and that's okay, right? All right, awesome. So we are at the end of our time. I will just do Shavasana in our chairs today, unless you are like, Debbie, can I please get down on my back and do windshield wipers? If that's where you want to go, go for it, because it's 5 to 9. Okay,
I'm good at home.
you'll do it at home. You need to go. So pause for a moment, okay? We always want to pause. Take some deep breaths. We've done some twisting. We've done a lot. I don't know, can you feel from right about chest to right here, just the work we've done, okay? Yeah. We have requests for abs, but we didn't leave out the hips. We didn't leave out the shoulders. There's still some times when we can work, and there's nothing wrong with that need to work. If you find yourself sore tonight because we've done some twisting we haven't done before, will you do these? Just those side bends here and a little bit of a seated twist here, or windshield wipers on the floor. With your eyes closed, sitting tall. The breath now becomes just natural, just your normal breath. Again, do the exercise. Find something you love about your core. Your abdomen, your back, your waistline. Let me give you some of mine. I'm so grateful for the muscle that is there, that holds the muscles or the organs in place. I'm so grateful that I can feel my waist tighten. If I was a quadriplegic, I'm not sure I'd feel that. Love feeling my waist tighten. I love being able to reach. There is something about that stretch up and over in the rib cage that it's like heaven when I can do that. I'm so grateful that these abs, this core, my spine, hold me in place, hold me upright so that I can go about my day. I'm so grateful that I can twist enough that I can open the door of my car and get out and in. That I can shovel and lift dirt and put it without killing my back. There's so much gratitude to be had. I promise if we sat and made a list of all the things going right, there would just be a couple things maybe that are going wrong. I'm going to choose to think about the things going right, trying to let my brain be open to ideas, inspiration, revelation, however you want to call it, of what I could do. Our spirit knows. Yoga was designed to create an opportunity for our body to connect with our mind and our spirit so that it can start listening. Bring your hands to your heart center. I see your divinity. I see your light. I see your goodness and your greatness. And I bow to that. Namaste.